What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi Wednesday shenanigans! Alrighty, so we're nearing the end of the ORAS Wi-Fi battling era. I have, I think, 16 battles after this to do once we've done this episode, which is quite sad, which means next week, to finish Wi-Fi Wednesday off with a bang for this era, I'm going to do a triple upload. I was kind of hoping not to, but unfortunately, I didn't kind of bowl over enough battles to avoid that. But regardless, I know how much you people love this, and after that we won't be seeing Wi-Fi Wednesday for quite some time, since I do have to go and rebreed a lot of my Pokemon, since I can't transfer any of my Pokemon over from ORAS over to Sun and Moon until January. So I'm going to have to spend like the first month or so breeding up brand new teams, learning all the Pokemon and all that good stuff. So maybe it might be a good thing that I go do a triple upload because, as I said, big time delay. Anyways, let's continue on with tonight's Wi-Fi Wednesday, the second Wi-Fi Wednesday. So you haven't seen the first Wi-Fi Wednesday, make sure to go check that out. So we're going to continue on with the Karen team here. I have 2 more battles with Karen. I honestly thought I had a lot more battles with Karen, but maybe I was just imagining those battles. Anyways, let's go on with the first battle. So this one was up against a pretty interesting team. So, I still have yet to put the normal gem on Electrodes. When I was going back and reviewing these battles, because as I said, I did these about 6 months ago, so I could barely remember my train of thought here. So, still haven't put my normal gem on Electrode yet, so I think I was a bit slow on that one. I was still experimenting with the Life Orb strategy on Electrode, since it kind of worked in some situations, but in other situations, it just felt that normal gem was a lot more superior. Anyways, I got the Electros and the Fortress lead here, so I'm like, I'm just going to go boom here because there's not really too much Electrode can do here. Plus, I can try to redirect all the moves onto Slowbro and just see exactly what they're up to in case that Electros wants to go like Thunderbolt or Volt Switch out of there, just to give me an idea on what it's running. As for the Fortress, I can kind of take a guess, and it's going to be like a supportive utility Fortress with like Stealth Rock, maybe Toxic Spikes, which I'm pretty sure it just did there. Stealth Rock, maybe Volt Switch just to switch out there. It's kind of playing almost like a single set there. I have actually no idea how a Fortress can run in double battles. I've yet to actually look at that Pokemon, but I'd say it'd make a pretty interesting special attacker with choice specs, but that's just my speculations there. As I said, I don't want to make any official statements until I actually look at it. Anyways, I go for the Stealth Rock there as I swap in the Honchkrow to replace the exploded Electrode there. So the Trick Room finally goes up here. I do believe I'm protected with the Honchkrow just to avoid any damage. So I go for the Side Shock here onto the Electros just to do a little bit of damage onto it, bring it down to the very low yellow just above the red there. So I go for the Heat Wave here. I'm like, in before Fortress has the Sturdy ability. Oh wait, no it doesn't, because I've already taken damage onto it. Never mind what I just said. So I got the critical hit on both Pokemon there. That is a 50% chance of a critical hit there with Heat Wave, with the Scope Lens and the Super Luck ability. So the remaining 2 Pokemon is going to be the Greninja and the Salamence, most likely the Mega, since no one really runs normal Ments in double battles unless I've already used a Mega Pokemon. Anyways, there goes the Mega Revolution. The Intimidate hit my Honchkrow. That is kind of going to make a bit of a difference if I don't get my critical hit on something like Superpower, but on Night Slash that is 100% critical rate. So really, Intimidate's not going to really do too much to my Honchkrow there. So I go for the Side Shock there, just do a little bit of damage to the Salamence. I can't really do too much to the Greninja with the Mega Slowbro because I have Flamethrower and Side Shock as my only 2 moves. I could have put something else on there, but I kind of thought it wasn't going to really serve me that well in this meta. Anyways, they go for the Dragon Dance there on their Salamence, which is telling me it's just a dedicated physical sweeper, unlike most Mega Ments that have Hyper Voice on it to work in with the Aerolite ability. So I'd say Double Edge is going to be its main bread and butter on that particular moveset. So Ice Beam there is going to take out the Honchkrow, unfortunately, but Honchkrow really did its job there. It took out quite a bit of Pokemon. So I'm going to bring in the Umbreon here. So if you haven't seen my Umbreon yet, it is going to swap into the Toxic Spikes, unfortunately, and this is my last Pokemon as well. So I'm going to flip Flamethrower here onto the Greninja. That's going to take out the Greninja since it did live on the Focus Sash, and that's kind of where the whole Focus Sash worry started to kick in there, because every time I used this team, I came up against Greninjas that had bloody Focus Sash and would ruin the sweep. Anyways, the Salamence is just going to leave the Foul Play there. I was actually kind of hoping it would kill, but it didn't. Anyways, went for the Crunch there, and thanks to Mega Slowbro's amazing defense, I think I'm running 252 EVs in defense there, it managed to take that Crunch at a +1 as well from Mega Ments quite well. Anyways, that's the first opponent down. So we're going to lead on to the second battle, which is also the last battle I have with this team. And this team is a very interesting team. From the team preview, from what I can briefly remember of this battle, I was like, oh man, not another Darkrai, and it's shiny as well. We all know where this battle's going. Although it turned out to be a bit of a surprise, but I'll leave that for now. Anyways, the Gyarados goes for the Intimidate on my Honchkrow. Again, not really a big difference. However, I think in this situation it may make a bit of a difference because I do have to rely on Superpower to take out that Darkrai, and I have to use Superpower on the Gyarados as well, since it does go to a Water Dark-type Pokemon upon Mega Evolution, which means Superpower is super effective on it. So if I don't reach that critical hit, I'm going to be hitting a -1 instead of a neutral. So I'm just going for a Protect there while I go boom with my Electrode, and I finally put that normal gem on my Electrode as well. So this is going to do quite a lot of damage because it does boost the explosion by an extra 50%, I do believe, which dents that Darkrai pretty well, bring it down to half damage as quarter damage to the Gyarados, since that does go quite bulky. And then Darkrai goes for the Thunderbolt. I'm like, okay, that's something different at least. At least it's not Dark Void. Anyways, the Gyarados goes for the Dragonair, so it's like I guess it's one of those standard Mega Gyarados sets. So I swap into my Slowbro here, which is going to, of course, Mega Evolve into Mega Slowbro, just raising its defense even more. And I should be able to set up the Trick Room here if I don't Protect. I can't remember what I do. Okay, Protect on the Honchkrow there. I do believe I went for a double Protect there, so the double Protect shenanigans there, and of course there's shenanigans on my English. Always happens, bit of a norm there. A bit of a weird Wi-Fi Wednesday if I didn't have a shenanigans on my English. Anyways, I set up the Trick Room there. Gyarados goes for the Protect there, I guess predicting the Superpower on my Honchkrow or something. That's about the only thing, unless they knew I had Superpower on Honchkrow. I don't think I've revealed it yet. Anyways, Darkrai finally goes down. I do go for the Superpower, which misses. So they're going to send out their Volcanion. Now, they do have one more Pokemon in the back they can swap in. Of course, that's the Tornadus. So they do swap out there because they know Superpower is coming the Gyarados' way and that's going to hurt it. Well, if I missed the crit, that is, it wouldn't have hurt so much. Anyways, go for Side Shock there. It does a little bit of damage to the Volcanion. I'm guessing that's a bulky special defensive Volcanion, judging from the damage there. Anyways, I do get a critical hit there on the Superpower, which the Tornadus is going to resist, but that did dent that Tornadus pretty well. So Sludge Bomb coming from the Volcanion there does a little bit of damage there to the Slowbro, which is what's telling me that's probably a special defensive or a defensive Volcanion, since its damage output wasn't the greatest there. Alright, so Side Shock once again is going to take out the Tornadus with a critical hit as well. That might have been a bonus, and at the same time I think that might have mattered because I'm running no special attack investment in my Slowbro. So I do get the critical hit there on the Night Slash, bringing the Volcanion down to about a quarter health remaining. About mid-yellow there. So Leftovers again is going to just slowly heal up the Volcanion, and their last Pokemon they have to send in, of course, is their Gyarados, who is a Mega. So if I can get the Superpower with the critical hit going, that's going to be an OHKO on the Gyarados, regardless if I'm at the -1 in attack. No, I'm at -2 at the moment because I've done a Superpower already. Actually, I might be at more of that. I think I'm at -3. So here we go. And I don't get the critical hit, unfortunately. If I did get it, that would have been an OHKO definitely on the Mega Gyarados, leaving the Volcanion as the only Pokemon remaining. But that's not the case, and I'm now open from attack from a -3 defense Honchkrow. So this is an OHKO regardless of how you look at it. So that's a dead Honchkrow, unfortunately. But as I said, Honchkrow has done really well, and that was kind of the core of this team, was the whole reason why I actually made this team in the first place, was to troll with Honchkrow on double battle, since I have originally done it on single battles quite a few times. So anyways, I'm going to bring in my Umbreon here. So this is kind of where the battle goes really trolly. I have no idea why I decided to troll here, but I guess I just wanted to try this strategy out, since the original team I was basing this team on actually heavily relied on Swagger and Attract, I do believe, in Thunderwave. So it's kind of like the Parafusion and the Attract Fusion strategies. So I missed with Swagger on that first time. I'm like, oh damn it, of course I missed with Swagger. It's about the only time I ever use Swagger and I miss it. So the Volcanion goes for Overheat there. That's going to hit my Umbreon. It's going to do quite a lot of damage there. I'm even running max special defense too, I do believe. Anyway, Citrus Berry is going to kick in there, heal up my Umbreon back to about half health, go for Swagger, and I finally hit it onto the Mega Gyarados. So I'm like, alright, this can go either two ways. It hits itself, and I'm all good and dandy, or it misses that, and I get absolutely annihilated from a +2 waterfall. That's about the two ways this can go. So I go set up the Trick Room again. I could have actually finished off Volcanion there, but I was kind of planning for the worst just in case the swagger strategy did not work. So I go for the protect there onto the Umbra because I know they're going to go for me. I finally go for the side shock here, take out the Volcanion just so I can lock that Gyarados in and just go full throttle on that if all goes really bad. So here comes the moment of truth. Will it hit itself? Yes, it does, and the +2 in attack is enough to take itself out. So down goes Gyarados, and with that is the win, and that's all she wrote for the Karen team. And as I said, I could have swore I had more battles with Honchkrow and Karen, but I guess not. Which leads us on to the next team for the double battles, which is the Agatha team. Now, this was suggested to me to be done. I did kind of do it, and for some odd reason, I never uploaded it. I think I wasn't exactly too thrilled with the team, but here we go now. We're uploading the Agatha team regardless if I like it or not. Anyways, we're going to leave with the Jinx and the Gyarados here. So I have used the Gyarados already in one of my previous VGC teams. It was an anti-meta team. That Gyarados was really fun to run. However, I've got to kind of swap it up a little bit because that was quite a strong Gyarados. So this one, unlike my previous Gyarados, is running the Citrus Berry. It's more of a supporty, tanky set. So it's not really made to just take out Pokemon. It's made to kind of support the team, especially with one particular move. So when it happens, I'll explain why it's running that. So I do manage to live a Stone Edge thanks to the bulk I've given this Gyarados. I think it's physically defensive. So Citrus Berry kicks in there, healing up my Gyarados back to half health. Go for the Protect here because I know someone's going to go for it, whether it be Empoleon with the Rock Tomb or the Rhydon with the Stone Edge if I didn't take it out. So for some odd reason, it had Bright Powder maybe and I missed, but judging from the first time, I'm pretty sure I'd ever lie. Alright, so I protected myself from the Rock Tomb, so no speed drop there. So they're going to send in the Greninja. I don't know why, but I originally thought that was an Epipalm at first. Anyways, I'm going to protect there on the Jinx, thinking that the Greninja is going to go for the Night Slash onto my Jinx, but they don't. They went for the Ice Beam on my Gyarados, hoping for a Freeze Axe, I do believe. And I'll go for the Fire Blast here. So the main reason why I'm running Fire Blast is because this team is heavily walled by Theraphon, who's normally quite a very common Pokemon. I think I had one battle where someone sent in Therathorn, then they DC'd out to my Gyarados, O-code their Therathorn with Fire Blast. But that's the only reason why I'm carrying Fire Blast on this team for the Gyarados, is so I can hit Steel-type Pokemon. So there's the Dark Pulse onto my Jinx. I do live that thanks to Jinx, very nice base special defense. Go for the Waterfall there on the Greninja to take that out, because I know that's going to be a pain in the rear side if I don't deal with it now. So the Empoleon goes for the Stealth Rock just to deal some Stealth Rock damage on my remaining 2 Pokemon, which still have not been revealed. Alright, so they got the Star Raptor coming up. Like, this can be a problem if I mispredict here. So I'm going to go for the Protect on my Jinx, because I've got a funny feeling they're going to go for my Jinx with either Close Combat or Double Edge, which they do, so they missed there. I go for the Icy Wind here on my Gyarados just to try and drop that Star Raptor speed so I can outspeed it with Jinx on the next turn and OHKO that with the Ice Beam. So I'm kind of thinking 2 steps ahead here so I can kind of get the advantage here. Otherwise, I'm just going to get annihilated and I would have been outsped by the Star Raptor and I would have lost both Gyarados and Jinx the next turn. So my speed's going to drop there, so unfortunately I'm not outspeeding anything that turn with the Gyarados. Although I went for Protect there. On hindsight, probably should have just attacked the Empoleon there. Would have been the better thing to do, because I'm going to O-code the Star Raptor with Ice Beam. So I guess that might have been my bad on my part there. So Rock Tomb's going to come along, and they actually went for the Jinx there. I think my train of thought might have been Protect on Gyarados, because they're going to Rocks to my Gyarados, but that's not going to be the case since Jinx was the bigger threat there. Anyways, I'm going to set in my Alakazam here. So this is a non-Mega Alakazam. Kind of see him 50% there on Mega or normal Alakazam from what I've seen so far. So I got an Energy Ball that Empoleon, and it actually is looking like it's quite special defensive. I know Empoleon can go Assault Vest, but since it used a lot of status moves already like Stealth Rock, I know it's not Assault Vested. So I'm quite interested in what this Empoleon actually is, because it's not leftovers. Anyways, I'm going to set in my Arbok here. Now this is quite an interesting Arbok. It's obviously got Intimidate, works very well on doubles, but it's Choice Scarf, so I'm running Switcheroo on this particular set, which I think I might show off in my future episodes, but if I don't, just putting it out there, it's a Choice Scarf, Switcheroo, Arbok. That was the whole core to it. It's got Gunk Shot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake, I do believe, as its remaining moves. Anyways, so take out the Empoleon there with Rockslide and the Energy Ball from the Alakazam. And with that, that is game. And with that as well, that is tonight's Wi-Fi Wednesday all complete. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the music that has been playing in the background for both this one and the previous battle as well. You would have noticed that the question of the day was for both videos as well. Did you enjoy the background music in both of these battles? If you did, please let me know, because feedback is always great, especially the fact that I'm trying to maybe look into another outlet for Pokemon, and that's going to be Pokemon remixes or just video game mixes in general. I've only just started learning how to do it, and I thought it might be fun to just share and get some criticisms from you guys as well, just to try and improve on that area. But anyways, guys, that's it for tonight's Wi-Fi Wednesday. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it, and next week will be some triple upload just to get everything out there for you guys. And then after that, it's Pokemon Sun and Moon, and we're done for ORAS, unfortunately. It's quite sad, actually. But anyways, guys, I'm dribbling on like always. I said I was going to improve on that. Until next time, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao.